If the ceasefire is broken, as Israel has imposed a total siege on Gaza, why am I still fundraising for families? That's a real question that I've gotten a few times this week. And for every one person who asked it in the comments, I think there's a lot more people who are asking it to themselves in secret, because I got the fewest number of donations I've ever gotten in a year of fundraising. And I'm doing the same thing I've been doing all year. I'm doing book giveaways. You make a donation, you send a screenshot to my email, you might win an early copy of Genocide Bad. Maybe it's that my content has particularly sucked the last couple weeks, but I definitely saw a sharp decrease as soon as the ceasefire ended. And I think it's despair. I think people have stopped giving because they're a little bit giving up on the people of Gaza. So let me answer that question. I'm going to keep fundraising directly for families in Gaza for two main reasons. The first is it helps them. It makes a substantial difference in their lives. And I've been asked, well, aren't you just picking winners and losers because there are so many people in Gaza, everybody needs help. If you just pick one family, that's one family that has, while everyone else has not. But under that same logic, why help anyone if you can't help them all? Why help an unhoused person in the US if there are too many for you to help every single one of them? Capitalism exists in Gaza, not just among Palestinians. There are Palestinian landlords who are charging very high prices for people to live in their homes if they still have walls still standing. There is price gouging as well, because the resources are in extremely short supply because of the Israeli siege. And that kind of situation is going to create price gouging. But the price gouging isn't just driven by the Palestinians within Gaza themselves. People don't understand that the entire 17 months this has been going on, Israel has been operating markets with Israeli merchants profiting off the Palestinian people while restricting their aid so that they're forced to buy from these merchants rather than anyone else. Back during the winter when it was so cold and like winter wear and warm clothing was in such scarce supply, one of my contacts showed me that in the markets in northern Gaza, the only clothing available was branded Adidas sweatshirts that they were charging, brand name and arm and a leg for. This was Israeli merchants selling name brand luxury sportswear in Gaza for a profit. The economy within Gaza, and yes, there's an economy that it exists, is totally fucked. And that's no fault of Palestinians. That's the fault of the wildly horrific economic conditions created by Israel's total siege. So maybe I am picking winners and losers, but this is real life, not a trolley problem. And I think there's some responsibility of those of us in the West, when we're paying our taxpayer dollars are going towards funding this genocide, to try to offset that with money going towards the victims of the genocide, like at very least. And if there were more of us influencers who had stuck with consistently fundraising for the Palestinian people, I think they'd be better off if they had more of our Western dollars. I think so. And the second reason that I will keep fundraising for families in Palestine is because I don't think there's anything more radicalizing and transformative than getting to know and caring about individuals in Gaza. Nothing's been more transformative and radicalizing for me. On October 7th, I cared about Palestine. I started talking about it right away, but I didn't know a single person in Gaza. Now I'm in contact with 10 families. Some of them that I've been fundraising for a year now, I count them among my friends. I do anything for them. And that creates a commitment that is very deep and that you can't just walk away from. You can't just stop caring about Palestine when it gets tough or it looks like there's no hope or you're bored of it. And I want that for my followers. I want y'all to feel some kind of personal connection. And I know that people are worried about giving direct aid to families because they don't know if it's getting in the right place. I make sure that the families that I support, they exist, they're real, they're in Gaza, and they have a way of getting the money that you're donating to them before I ever introduce you to them. So for this week, we're doing another fundraiser. There's 2 families I've been supporting that I've really struggled to raise enough money for them to kind of be okay for a while. So we're going to stick with those 2 families. And again, if you're still feeling iffy about donating to a single family, You can also enter the book giveaway by donating to the Samir Project, which is organizing group mutual aid, okay? And I'm gonna let you this week, if you can manage a donation to each of them, you can enter the giveaway 3 times. For each one you donate to, you can enter the giveaway. So to win a signed, personalized, made out to you in pen, early copy of Genocide Bad that you're gonna get weeks before anyone else. So you're gonna go to my link tree in my bio. You're gonna donate to any or all of these 3 campaigns. Whatever you can. I don't put a limit on it anymore. You can send me a screenshot for $1 if that's what you can swing. You're gonna send the screenshot of your receipts to these donations to t4gaza@gmail.com. If you wanna donate to all 3 and enter 3 times, send me 3 emails. The first link is for Talene and her family. She's a 9-year-old girl with diabetes, and her family desperately needs the money in order to get more insulin supplies, whatever they can find, as well as making sure she has a steady, nutritious diet. The second link is for Muhammad Hamad. He's the eldest brother of his 6 siblings, and his dad isn't in the picture, so he's taken on this role as like the man of the house throughout the genocide. But when his leg was shattered in a bombing, he wasn't able to do things like physically for his family anymore, so he took to social media to fundraise, and he actually managed to fundraise $30,000 way back in like March and April. But this money was stolen from him by a scam aid organization, and so I've been trying to help him raise the money back. And I do just want to point out that I think it's been harder to fundraise for Muhammad than any other family I've supported, and I think it's because of people's bias against teenage boys. So I ask you to challenge that bias. Teen boys are human beings deserving of dignity and human rights, and Muhammad is an amazing young man, and I hope that you'll donate to his campaign. And if you're still feeling uncertain about donating directly to families, the third link is for the Samir Project, which has been coordinating medical aid that has directly benefited many of the families we support on this channel, as well as coordinating tents and food for large groups of people. Now, on a personal note, there was a death in my spouse's family yesterday, and I am going to have to take point on childcare and taking care of the house while he grieves and does what he needs to for his family for the next little while, and I'm not gonna be as able to be on here making videos telling you about these fundraisers regularly. But again, because I am personally committed to individual human beings in Gaza, I can't just like put up a out of office sign and walk away. So I'm gonna leave this fundraiser going for as long as I need to until I can be back making content regularly. Probably a week and a half, I'm hoping. Last week, only 34 people donated to the fundraiser, the lowest number ever. So your odds of winning right now are better than they've ever been, much better than the lotto. So messages of condolences are appreciated, but what I really need from y'all is if you can engage a lot with this post, share it with your followers if you feel like maybe they're giving up on the people of Gaza a little bit. Leave comments, push all the buttons, watch it to the end, watch it multiple times so that hopefully this video can get the kind of traction that I would normally get running a fundraiser if I was able to post every single day. For everyone who's staying committed, who's still in the fight, who will never give up on the people of Gaza, I love you, you're amazing, you're my mishpacha.